Hello, everyone. This is Southern Belle Whisper. I hope you all are doing well this evening. It is time for our celebratory Q&A video. Just in case for the subscribers that might not have seen, I made a few community posts letting you guys know that Friday, which is today, that I would be making a celebratory Q&A video for you guys. So I asked you guys to ask me some questions, and let me tell you guys did not disappoint. Like, I'm blown away by you guys. But yes, we are celebrating reaching 1,500 subscribers. That's insane, crazy to me. I remember when I made the video this time last year, I was still with my ex, and I was telling you guys, please help me hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I might have been 900 now that I think about it, but I remember making that video and saying, please guys, help me. But then I left my ex and my channel blew up. I don't know how it happened, but it blew up. I don't know how it happened, you guys, but I am so grateful and blessed. And I say that we, not I, hit 1,500 subscribers, because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have my channel. If it wasn't for your lovely comments and your love for my channel and for me and my family, I wouldn't exist. This channel would not exist. So, and I'm proud of myself that 12 years almost, and I've still stuck with it. Like, I'm pretty proud of myself over that. So, before I get started on the questions, I'm doing something a little bit more special in this Q&A. For one thing, I have not smoked since I got off of work tonight, so we're going to smoke from this first because my niece told me that I'm always honest after I smoke, so let's go ahead and smoke. And then I want to tell you guys something really special that happened to me today, and then I promise I'll get into the questions. I've just had, it's been a rough, like last month, and the first of this month has just been rough for me. I lost a friend that I didn't know that I would lose, and I started getting those sores on my leg again. And I haven't talked to you guys about this because I don't want to be negative on this channel anymore. Like, I go back to my old videos when I was with my ex, and just every video was just so negative. And I don't want to be negative with you guys, but to understand this story, you're going to have to know what's been going on. But I see a dermatologist on Tuesday. Thank God, you guys. I've been going through this for months. You guys know that. And Tuesday, you guys, I just have to make it to Tuesday. But I was just waiting for my insurance I had to work at my job for 3 months before I got health insurance. So that's all I was waiting on. But yes, finally on Tuesday, I'll get some answers. Because even my doctor tells me when I get these, he's like, I don't know where they're coming from. And then the last bad one I had, I contracted MRSA. So you guys just cross your fingers for me now that I'm talking about it. Cross your fingers and send your prayers, please, because I've never been through anything like this in my life. So, negativity out of the way, but dermatologist on Tuesday. And got something else a little special for you guys. I'm trying to keep my nails out of the frame because I was so eager to make this video for you guys that I didn't wait for them to dry. So I'm going to try to keep them out of the frame in this video, but this is Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey Coca-Cola. Now, I love Jack Daniels and Coke. So, and I've been seeing this at Walmart every time I go to Walmart. And I've been like, I need to get that and try it for my channel. So, that is what we are going to be doing tonight. So, let's crack her open. Sorry. Damn, this microphone's good. Oh, that's another positive thing that happened. I bought a new Blue Yeti, you guys. Thank you to my niece Selena that went in half for this new microphone. You guys, Blue Yeti is the way to go. Like, totally. Okay, let's try it. It's ice cold too. I got it out of the cooler section, so. Oh. Okay. Oh, that is dangerous. But I'm going to keep myself to one can during this video. So I'm going to go slow on it. Fork. Jeez. Sorry. I'm trying to get to the notebook with the questions on it. Sorry, you guys. Okay, the first few questions are from my good friend, Miss Paula. I have mentioned Miss Paula in multiple videos, and I made a video where I opened one of the packages that she sent me. So, she is a very good friend of mine, and she's been a very loyal subscriber to both me and my mother's channels for years, but we did recently, until almost a year ago, become friends on Facebook. But she's become someone very special to me. Like, you guys, like I say all the time, God gives and He takes away. And that has happened so much in my life, where I've lost friends or I've lost people that I loved. But then I gained people like Paula in my life, and I'm like, okay, God, I see what you did there. That's the kind of friend that she is. So grateful. I'm sorry, Paula. I'm sorry. Okay. And also, this shirt, I almost got out of Walmart tonight, and I passed the sweatshirts. And I was like, oh God, Kelly, is it worth the money? And I was like, okay, usually they don't have my size. I'm sure they don't have my size, but they did. And then I was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to get it now, because I see people, my customers, all the time wearing these cool, like Pink Floyd and like, Stevie Nicks. I've seen Stevie Nicks shirts, and I don't have one of those, so this is a sweatshirt, and I love it's a little cooler tonight, so I'm not burning up right now. But yeah, Pink Floyd. I still love Pink Floyd. I'm not going to let him take my love of Pink Floyd away from me. Pink Floyd was my ex's favorite band, but I love them. They're special to me, and I love their music, so whatever. Yeah, that's something I've had to learn how to do, is not hate like certain movies or certain music, because we shared it together, But oh gosh, you guys, I love this sweatshirt. Anyways, okay, Paula's questions. Let's take another sip. was your very first paying job? I worked at Food Line. I was a cashier, and I was 16. As all us girls know, 16, you're very hormonal. All you're thinking about is relationship and sex and whatever. So I didn't take it seriously. I was very dramatic, causing drama at work, calling out of work. Just, I didn't take it seriously. It was my first job. I really didn't want a job at the time, but I think I worked there about a year, maybe not even a year. I went to my parents and I was like, yeah, my grades are tanking because I have a job. And they were like, well, we want you to graduate so you can go ahead and quit your job. But really, my grades weren't tanking because I had a job. My grades were tanking because I was engaged at 17. And all I was thinking about was my relationship. So, but yeah, that was my first paying job. I was a cashier at Food Line. What was the first car that you drove? Now, you guys, you're also going to be hearing traffic noise, but hopefully there's not that much traffic since it's 8 o'clock at night. Also, on my TV, just in case you guys were wondering, I moved my desk into my bedroom, and this is a Hogwarts Autumn, like 2-hour thing on YouTube. I'm a Potterhead, what can I say? But the first car that I drove, my boyfriend at the time, I was 17, and still hadn't gotten my driver's license yet, and I was afraid to drive, and because I was involved in a wreck when I was really young with my father and my brothers, so I was really afraid to drive. But my boyfriend at the time taught me how to drive, or fiance, sorry. And it was my parents', I think it was called a Chevrolet Chrysler. I think that's what it was called. They had a green one and a red one. So the green one was the one that I learned how to drive. And I love to drive now. You guys, I am a natural. Like my parents all the time, they're like, please be careful, dear, and la la la. And I'm like, have you seen me drive? I am one of the safest drivers that you can ever ride with. Just so you guys know, I'm very alert. I do speed a little bit, not gonna lie. But other than that, I'm pretty careful. Okay. What was the first car that you bought? I almost want to take another drink for this one, but I'm gonna hold off. Okay, let's smoke a little bit before this one. Okay, definitely. I don't want to cough. Hold on. I think the first car that I ever bought was Goldie. Me and my ex were living in a shoebox apartment. I think it was 2016. And our neighbor at this apartment complex was selling a Bonneville, a gold Bonneville, for $400. And at the time, I needed a car to go to work. So my mom, she still lived at the beach at the time, and she said, I'll pay for it, but you'll have to pay me back. I said, yes, of course. I said, Mama, I need a car. I need a car to go to work. So she bought it for me. I paid her back, of course. But my ex, you guys know I love spilling tea about my ex, drove into a tropical storm to deliver weed his best friend. Yes, we lived in Myrtle, and his best friend lived all the way in North Myrtle Beach, 30 minutes away. So, on the way back home, it's monsooning, you guys. It's a freaking tropical storm. And people start freaking out on the highway, so he was like, okay, I'm going to turn onto Ocean Boulevard because I don't think there'll be much traffic down that way. Well, we found out real quick why there wasn't much traffic down that way, because the ocean rose. As we turned onto Ocean Boulevard, the ocean came and just, you guys, that was one of the scariest moments of my life. The water was up to my knees. I'm 6'1". Yeah, we had to, get a cop to push Goldie out of the water. Yeah. I left him after that, and I should have stayed gone that time, because I should have thought to myself, he literally put my life and his life in jeopardy to sell his best friend some weed. But Goldie could not be rescued. Yes, I'm a person that names her cars, I know. It rusted her underside, where the water went in on the underside of her. It rusted it out, and we had to scrap her. I really love that car, you guys, for the price that I paid for it. The mileage was a little high on her, but other than that, I love how she drove. She had leather exterior. Like, I loved that car. Oh, it just pisses me off to this day. Okay, next question. What was the first very big purchase that you ever made for yourself? A purchase that actually meant something to me. This right here. I remember towards the end of my marriage, I was keeping like $100 a check to myself. And he always knew, though. He watched the bank like a hawk. And then he would be like, I know you stiffed me $100. I know you took $100, even though it was my money I was making. But anyways, I bought this behind his back. I bought it on eBay. It was only $30. And considering lounge fly bags sell for like $80. I love this bag, you guys. I don't know what she has on her, but I will wash that off. And she has a little bit of wear and tear on her. But I don't know how this bag ended up in the back seat with me when we escaped back home. I don't know how it got there, but it was in the floorboard, and I use it to this day. This is my favorite bag. Sorry, that was loud. Yeah, I love that bag, you guys. What was your favorite subject in school? I got really, around 4th or 5th grade, I got really into American history. I remember when they introduced the Holocaust to us. They introduced it by having us watch the movie The Diary of Anne Frank. And I remember being so engrossed in that movie. It's the version with Millie Perkins as Anne Frank. And I remember being so engrossed, and I think it took about 2 days to finish it. But I was the only student at the end of that movie sobbing her freaking eyes out. Like, I was like, that's real, that really happened. And then that started my obsession with reading books and studying about the Holocaust. Yeah, I was really into the Holocaust around my 4th or 5th grade. I wanted to know everything about it. And of course, it was, oh God, heartbreaking. Very heartbreaking, but I just want to know everything about it. But love, I loved American history for years after that. I just love studying and researching certain things that happen in history. And I also loved English. Of course, English was my favorite subject. What was your favorite year in school? My 12th grade year, because that was when I won the award for best short story in the county. I couldn't believe it. You guys, people, we had little, in our English classes, we had certain where she would ask us, that she would give us a picture, or his name was Mr. Burnett, sorry, he would show us a picture, and we would have to write a story or an essay about that picture using, verbs and nouns and la 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 la. And people told me, they were like, Kelly, you're a really good writer. And then I watched the movie United 93, and by that time Mr. Burnett had quit, and it was Miss Odie. And I wrote a story about 9/11. I don't know how I did it. It was just everything that I had on my heart. It was called Sweet Angel of Mine. I still have the videos where I read it to you guys if you're interested. And it was even in two-person point of view. It was between a mother, I think I named her Susan or Janet or something, I can't remember, but the daughter's name was Christine, and I had it to where Christine was a passenger on United 93. And you guys, I don't know where it came from, but I felt so inspired. And I showed Miss Odie the story, and she was like, Kelly, you really should put this story in this new contest coming up. So I was